Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum students. Welcome to Pakistan School Maskati Learning, and we are learning from our book Amazing Science Grade 4. Now your teacher Ms. Nida Irtaza. Welcome to the science class students. Are you ready? Let's get it started. This is the continuation of unit number 5, method and its states release plan. First of all, we'll do the brainstorming and then reading of book page number 47 and 48. Today we'll explain some experiments related to book page number 47, then do some notebook work, the remaining part HING, and then after we'll do question number 5. It's a book work on page number 50. After that, recap and then quiz. So let's get started, students. Don't forget the rule. The rule will help you to be focused what we are learning. Today's brainstorming question is from unit number 12. And first question is, what is a ray? The straight path of light is called a ray. What is a beam of light? Many rays make a beam of light. Revise the lesson so it will help you understand more about unit number 12. As students, you know that we read about matter, that is anything that has weight and takes up space is called matter. It is on your book page number 42. Then we'll discuss page number 43, states of matter, in which we learned about solids, liquids, and gas, their arrangements inside, that how they are arranging, how solids look like, how liquids look like. So after that, we read about matter can change its state, how it can be changed its states when we start heating it up or make it cool it down, how a change of state occurs when we are heating the particles of any substance, they are moving faster and faster and knock each other farther apart. As they begin to move around freely, a change of state occurs. Changing states of matter, in which we discuss about melting, freezing, boiling, evaporation, and condensation. As you can see in this picture as well, that the molecules are moving inside the solid or any liquid, they are moving and collide over each other. But if we are just apply heat, if we are just moving the solvers to start making it heat above, so we can see that molecules inside any liquid start moving faster and then faster and moving more faster. We are just moving this bar. So what happens to it? They are moving more faster. And if you start coming back, so molecules moving slowly now. We read about mixtures and their kinds. That mixture, what is mixture? Students, a mixture contains more than one substance. It is not a pure substance. Kinds of mixture, which solution, suspension, emulsion, and alloy. As you can see that the solution, when the mixture completely, that solvent completely dissolve solute, and suspension when solvent, that solute cannot be dissolved in solvent, like mixture of sand and water, chalk and water. Emulsion, when two liquids mix together like oil and water, they are not mixing properly. As you can see that the layer of the oil separated with the water after some time, if you are just keeping it on the table. And alloy, when the mixture of two solids. Alloy is the mixture of, actually it's a mixture of metals. When two metals mix together, they form an alloy. Now we are on to page number 47. Separating mixtures. There are many ways of separating mixtures. By filtering. Filtering is a way to separate a solid from liquid. Sand can be separated from water by filtering the mixture through a filter paper. The water will pass through, but the sand will be left on the filter paper. By evaporating. Salt can be separated from water by heating the solution. The water will evaporate from the solution and the salt will be left behind, as you can see in this picture. that the filtration that we are using the filter paper, it's a mixture of sand and water. And if you are just pour on the filter paper, you can see that the mud cannot be filtered. It will be left on the filter paper and water will be filtered. So you get the clean water after using the filter paper. Similarly, for the evaporation, as you can see in the dish, that there is a that a solution of salt and water. When you start heating it up, the water start escaping. It will be evaporate. Only the salt crystal will be left behind. You can do the same with the sugar solution as well. By stirring with magnet, if we have a mixture of sand and iron filings, so what happens by stirring with magnet, a mixture of sand and iron filings can be separated by stirring the magnet mixture stirring the mixture with a magnet. The iron filings will stick to the magnet and the sand will be left behind. As you can see, if we are mixing little bit of salt, I'm just saying this is sand, and we are just mixing with the iron filings. So if we are just mixing it up, and if you want to separate it, so what we can do, you can see in this picture as well that how it is sticking, because magnets attracts iron, so all the iron stick to the magnet because iron is a magnetic material. So you can see that if you are just putting the magnets and moving the magnets over the sand, so see that all the iron filings start sticking to the magnet. So that is a way of separating the iron filings from the sand. By adding water, a mixture of colored substances in black ink can be separated by adding water to it. If you have a different kind of a ink and if you want to separate it, so we just put it inside the water. So you can see that how different colors make a single color of ink. Okay, that is way of by adding water. And now we are moving on to the next. By decantation. An insoluble solid can be separated from a liquid by pouring off the clear liquid from the top of the mixture. This process is called decantation. The insoluble substance will remain at the bottom of the vessel. Now you can see that I have a solution for mud water. Okay, this is already decanted. Okay, this is already decanted. But what happens? We have to we are using the tea strainer to filter it, but actually this is started from when we have a mud water. And for the mud water, what happens that after some time it is actually decanted. See, it is a mixture of sand and water. After some time you see that the process of particles settling to the bottom of the body is called sedimentation. That is when we mix the sand and water, after some time sand settle down. So that is a process called sedimentation. And if you are just putting that clean water, the top what is left, so that is the process called decantate. What is decantation? Decantation is the process of separation of liquid from solid and other immiscible non-mixing liquids by removing the liquid layer at the top from the layer. So that is the process called decantation. Now today's work, today is September 5, today is Sunday, and we are doing the remaining parts of question number 1. H. Just now we discussed about how can we separate the sand and water by using the filter paper. So that is a method called filtering. So a mixture of sand and water can be separated by filtering it through a filter paper. Water will pass through the filter paper, but sand will be left on it. Next part, I. Describe how would you separate salt from seawater. We are using the evaporation method. Just before we are discussing about it, that a mixture of salt and seawater can be separated by evaporation of water. On heating, the water will evaporate and salt will be left behind. Now J part, what J part is, describe how would you separate a mixture of sand and iron filings. We are watching that a mixture of sand and iron filings can be separated by stirring it with magnet. Iron filings stick to the magnet and sand will be left behind. So that is all the three methods of separating different mixtures. Today another work is on your book, page number 50. Now it's a time to writing the method of separating parts of mixture. They have two pictures. One is with filter paper, conical flask and beaker, and one is a dish with the solution, showing some solution of any liquid. Maybe possibly it is a solution of sugar and water, maybe it's a solution of salt and water. So it was put on the Bunsen burner to make it heated up. So by looking at the picture, you can see that this is the picture of filtration method and this one is a picture of evaporation method. Okay, let's quickly review the pages, page number 47 and 48. So you can do it by your own, learn all the question and answer and review the book pages thoroughly so you can understand more. Now it's a trivia time, students. What is a mixture? A mixture contains more than one substance. It is not a pure substance. Ice cream is a mixture of sugar, water, and cream. Now it's time to say Allah Hafiz to everyone. Have a very nice and blessed day. Don't forget to wash your hands after using the gadgets, especially and when you're going to outside. Don't forget your mask. Allah Hafiz to everyone.